We cutting loose.
All right, everybody, it's time for another episode of DWMOD. We got a great one for you. We're going double episodes this week. First episode here, let's just get to this one, though. When we get to the All Right Bet, we'll get to the bonus 6 picks. We got a guy from the fantasy football going to be on for that. We'll get to that. But right now, we're going to get into the show. We got a great guest. Like I said, we got some big Super Bowl news. We're going to be talking a little DK Metcalf. We're going to be talking about the Jets. They got something big going on, sort of. Look, bad referees, the whole shot. Louis, cue it up, man. Let's roll.
We cutting loose.
College football is now B1G versus SEC. If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money. Oh, Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. Oh, nobody knows how it works better than this guy on the screen right here. The truth from the booth. It's producer Louis in the house. Yeah, baby. Filling in for Andy. Let's go. Let's get it going. How you been, brother?
Roll. Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
You gonna
up.
Rock some picks this week now? You're gonna put your foot in the pool. You and Andy have colluded on his half of the Big 6 picks for later.
You got it.
All right, man. Well, we got some work to do there. We got to get a move on these guests, and it's going to be tough because we got a good guest on the show this week. We got one of those guests that, God damn it, he knows football, and they're up a couple games on us, so it's going to be tough to catch him with 12 picks to go. But hey, you know this guy, friend of the show, Tennessee super fan. It's Dunbar Dicks, baby. What's up, Dunbar?
Hey, I got my fantasy football trophy over here for my other league.
What? You won it?
Realize it was in. No, I just hold on to it now because it's gotten broken so many times.
Oh man,
I have won it. I've been on here. I'm like the last. I'm here. Our old friend Andy St. Clair is in this league. He's never won.
Oh,
he's never won it.
Well,
14 years. He's
14
no
years?
way. Ain't no way.
No way. Sam has won it. Tim has won it. You know.
I know the one year I drafted for Sam, I think he came in last place.
He was came in
last place. He was not happy.
What is this auction draft?
Well, yeah, I didn't. Well, listen, let's be honest though. I picked up some good dudes. His whole team got wiped out by injury.
Yeah, that's true.
And then everybody was like, "You're the worst, Mikey." And I was like, "What? What?"
Yes, but not because of that.
Yeah.
I drafted for somebody this year, and let's just say my fantasy teams did very badly.
Oh man,
it's last in both my leagues.
I tell you what, man. My fantasy team in our league here for the show, DWMOD, the Gordon Butterfield Invitational. Listen, we all know we're going to talk about this. I'll just tease it a little bit right here. On All Right Bet this week, we are having the back-to-back runner-up. Okay, so the champ and the runner-up get invited back every year. This guy got invited back last year for being the runner-up, and this year was like the best team in the league just about the whole damn way. Andy St. Clair goes 2-5 down the stretch, limps into the playoffs, beats everybody, and beats this guy in the championship game. He was down by 2 points going into Monday night, and he had Bijan.
Ooh,
there you go.
Amazing.
And then he crushed him and he won it.
Yep.
So we're gonna have listener Jeff on the show during All Right Bet. We're gonna break down that fantasy football thing, but St. Clair won it. I didn't do so hot in that one, man.
Woof.
Hey, I got third in that league. So
yeah,
I got third.
That's right. You did. You almost in the Super Bowl. You
barely lost to Andy. Barely.
By a point. He's been pointing everybody, Dunbar, like a point.
Yep.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst. That's the worst. But hey, good for us because he's protecting this house. He's like a samurai with a sword facing down the horizon of warriors and wiped them all out. Now we don't have to buy anybody any prizes. None of you guys beat him. We don't have to.
There you go.
We don't have to send out any. So good job, Andy. If you're listening, good job. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Dunbar, good news on the horizon for you, my man. Congrats on the new baby. Congrats.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you. Very, very fresh, very new baby.
Very fresh, very new. I got to tell you, you cost us a little bit of money, though. Me and Andy.
I know.
We laid some money on you for that January 1st baby, and you came a little early.
Yeah, 3 weeks early. 3 weeks early. You know, and it wasn't as I remember. Like Jenna went to just do a routine checkup with her OB and called me and was just like, they're going to induce me next week. I'm like, what? It's like,
Yeah.
we're not even ready.
Oh man, you're building cribs and shit like
Oh
that.
my
now.
God, we were. It was like that. It was like, it's like, oh shit, all this stuff I had to put together like a bunch of stuff that weekend.
Oh man,
I was totally panicked.
that's when you
Throw
just buy
custody.
a couple of cases of beer and some pizza, and you call some buddies and tell them you're having a baby building party.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm in my 40s. I don't have friends like that anymore.
I just showed up, buddy.
I know.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, congratulations. We were hoping
Yes.
for that first baby on January 1st. That's big money.
Yeah.
They give you
I
money.
know. I was too. I was like, look, either before Christmas or January 1st. No in betweens. No
Yeah, right.
in between New Year holiday thing. But you know, in the end, we were happy that she's healthy and
That's the thing.
she
Definitely.
just, you know, she just eats and poops and smiles and
Beautiful.
sleeps. She's not very fussy. It's pretty great.
That's exactly what we're all like on a mission to get to ourselves in life, right? To get back to that point where we just eat, poop, smile, be happy.
Happy. She lets you know. She does a lot of grunting. She doesn't really cry. She's just like,
Yeah.
pooping. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I got to finish up some work in my office, babe. There's some grunting going on. Gotta go. You might want to check that. You might want to check those pants.
Do you know, like these? My wife just gets all the devices secondhand from her. We've had a lot of friends have kids recently, so
Sure.
everything has just been coming to us. And have you heard of this thing called the snoo? Do you know what a snoo is?
No.
It's like a rocker. It's like a bassinet for a baby, but you put the baby in it and you kind of like strap him in a little bit, and it vibrates. It like oscillates like this and vibrates a little bit, and it keeps them asleep. And if they start crying a little bit, it starts vibrating and rocking again to like get them back to sleep, so you don't have to pick the baby up.
Damn, man.
Our baby hates it.
Oh, that's a bummer, dude.
Yep.
That doesn't help. You throw her in there, she just cries.
You're like
Yep.
the Jetsons. We're living in the Jetsons a little bit here. I got
Yeah,
another robot rocker thing that the baby actually loves, but my kid just doesn't want to. I'm like, shh. Our robot overlords will hear you.
Yeah,
You
right.
have to like this thing.
They're listening.
So we're
right
hearing
now.
that you have to pick her up. That's what we're hearing. Is you have to pick
Yeah.
her up. That's the downside.
Yeah, Jesus, man. Nobody
Oh,
told me
man.
that.
Man. Well, I tell you what, she's got to adjust because human contact is not a part of the future. So she better get
No.
with the robots.
No.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, listen, Dunbar, big news coming up. Big news coming up
Yeah.
for the Super Bowl here. Now, Louis, I know you don't know this, but I know this. And if I can't say this, we'll edit it out later. But Dunbar is going to be highly involved this Super Bowl Sunday. Highly
Yeah.
involved this
Oh,
Super
yeah,
Bowl
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
Really?
I will
My
be.
man is the official producer of this bad boy now. The Puppet Bowl.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Buddy, that is going to be
Congrats.
hilarious. Have you
I-
started working on it?
Oh yeah, it is. I am one of many, but it's a very fun project, and those puppies are darn cute, and they all need homes. So people should watch the Puppy Bowl and adopt a pup.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know you could adopt them off there.
Yeah. A lot of them are they're all rescues, and they all need homes. Some of them maybe like are in the adoption process early, so they're not they're not available, but some of them are. Man, there's one pup that is just I think about on a regular basis, but we already have a dog and 2 kids now.
I think about it on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, just the cutest tiny little teacup of a dog,
Yeah.
Mm.
the tiniest little dog. But there's some cute ones on there, and it's for a good cause, and it's super fun. And
So is that like you text a bid and then the prices just keep going up? It's like eBay dogging or something, or you just
I don't know. I think you just like call in, and they have they offer an opportunity for people to reach out to the rescues and adopt these puppies.
oh,
And I
that's
think
cool.
it's very cool. There's a lot of them on there, and all of them end up with homes, and
Nice.
it's very cool. I've worked on other animal shows before. I worked on The Wizard of Paws, which was a very feel good show for animals that have disabilities, and this was a little bit more fun and goofy and fun. And, the Puppy Bowl is a serious sporting event. There's betting odds on it. So,
well, buddy, we'll be talking about that on the show. No spoilers.
Yeah.
Inside track.
I can't talk about it. It's kind of like working at McDonald's and then playing the Monopoly game. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But, you guys feel free to go for it.
Yeah. Well,
we need to see these injury reports, though. We need to see these
injury reports. That's a good one.
What's the potty schedule like?
Well, I wouldn't underestimate adorability being a factor in the Puppy Bowl. That's a real important part of it.
I like the bathroom schedule from Louis. If they're going to score a touchdown or not in the next minute, and you're like, no, Big Brown's going to shit here. We just fed him. I want that info.
Right. It has been known to happen.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, we got to put a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen, though. I want everybody to know that integrity is a major part of the DWMOD, this group that don't show here. And any bets placed on the Puppy Bowl will not have been discussed with Dunbar Dicks beforehand.
No. Not at all, honestly.
We need to know if an adoption fell through beforehand. So this puppy's now depressed. Thought he was going to go to a home, that the adoption falls through. Now he's like, big game, not going to get adopted. So what's going on?
Guys,
who has to get adopted? Who's going to be playing their A game? Who hasn't been adopted yet?
No comment.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I smell a 30 for 30 here behind the
That's
scenes. The dogs that don't get adopted. There's rolled up newspapers in the dressing room. What are these for? What are these for?
Oh, nothing. Closing doors.
Shock collars hanging on a doorknob. What's this for?
It's for a good cause.
No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. We put it on all the time. We're dog lovers over here. I got 3 dogs all rescued from LA. We brought them here to Atlanta with us. My wife has us turn that on every year, man. That's going to be great. That's going to be awesome. Congrats on that, buddy, for sure.
Oh, it's super. Yeah, it's super fun. I hope everybody tunes in.
Oh, we'll be
watch the Super Bowl later. Watch the Puppy Bowl in real time.
Watch the Puppy Bowl at halftime if you don't like the halftime.
Yeah, there's a halftime show and everything.
Yeah, that's what I want to see, man.
Yeah,
look at that. Now, Louis, I don't know if you're aware or not, but listen, some of your handiwork here on DWMOD producing and editing the show had a little give Dunbar a little help with the gig. A little help with the gig.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had to show some sports takes and things like that, and luckily enough we had them on tape a little bit, and rocking the Puppy Bowl, man. That's awesome, bro. Awesome. Congrats, man. We'll be tuning in on that for sure. Guys, we got some things to get to this week. Well, there's some definite things to talk about. Dunbar, we're going to get to your Titans a little bit. Look, wearing my Christmas present, my Warren Moon throwback for you, buddy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you got it. That was the Christmas present this year?
Yeah, I get a couple throwback jerseys every Christmas. I got this one, and I got an old Toronto Blue Jays Fred McGriff, the crime dog.
Yeah. I gotta put my wife on that. She's gotta that she's always like, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. I was like, oh man, like a jersey sounds great, actually.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, hit me up after this because I'll be putting in another order here soon. I got a guy, and I get nice ones, brother. I get nice ones, man.
I can vouch for that.
Nice. That's the truth. You got to have a connection. To get some nice jerseys. Hey, we got to get over to Gordon Butterfield with True Laundry Detergent. He's on the call for What Just Happened.
What just happened?
What Just Happened is brought to you by True Laundry Detergent. It's a locally owned company, and these fellas live in the neighborhood. They're saving you money. There's 101 loads in one bag. They got laundry detergent and fabric softener. They've even got dry sheets for you. Got sensitive skin? They've got the free and clear. No fragrances, no dyes, no additives. Well, if you don't like liquids, they've even got the detergent sheets. Just drop one in every load. There's 60 loads in that box. Just head on over to thetrueproducts.com for all your laundry needs. And don't forget to use your code CUTTINGLOOSE1 to get you 10% off your first order. That's True Laundry Detergent. It's Gordon approved. The South got pummeled with snow, and we've got some first-time shovelers throwing the snow right where it need to be shoveled again. Whiteout! Oh, my, the roof cut loose, and she got totally wiped out.
Well, let's take another look, as every time she bangs that metal shovel on the concrete, she's loosening up that roof snow, and bang, there it is, here it comes. She freezes like a deer in the headlights as she's pummeled by the Arctic cap. Oh, my. Buried alive. But this Matterhorn massacre is going to bring on the guilt as she's pummeled and lays down her head. Here comes a couple of fellas that probably should have been doing the shoveling in the first place. But here's one thing I'll tell you for sure. That's all gonna need to be shoveled again.
Oh, what just happened?
Gordon, every time Gordon just
Gets you.
Man.
Speaks the truth.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much
Yeah.
sometimes. It's a lot of snow. That was a lot of snow, and that poor woman got wiped out.
Too much snow,
happens.
someone would
Right.
say.
Yeah, it's that time of the year for people like Louie. You're going to be shoveling snow there. You'll be in Detroit for a little while up there, boss. You'll be shoveling some of that snow.
I had to do it yesterday. A little bit less than an inch.
I wore shorts today.
Oof.
Yeah, I was winterizing my swimming pool just before January 1st today, Louie. So, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys, quick hits here. I don't know if you guys saw, but I think just today, the Northwestern Wildcats announced their new offensive coordinator is Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, Dunbar. Did you hear this yet?
No, I didn't.
This is breaking news. This is breaking news. Oh, there you go. That's perfect, Louis. Dead duck. I love it. Perfect clip there for you, dead duck. Guys, have you ever seen somebody, I can't say have such a quick fall from grace, because he's also hung around forever. So we know he was with Oregon for 10 fucking years, that they won a couple of titles. He did really well. Coach of the year one year. They won a couple Pac-12 titles. Then he goes to the Eagles, hottest name in coaching. Right. He's with the Eagles for a year and a half, gets bounced. Frisco picks him up for a year. He gets less than a year. He gets bounced in the middle of that season. Then he goes to UCLA, back to college for 5 years, and is mediocre as hell. He leaves there. He goes to Ohio State. He's offensive coordinator for 1 year, out. Then he's with the Raiders this year, half a year, out. Now he's with Northwestern. I mean, it's heading downhill here, guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. Northwestern is doing it for the name recognition only, in terms of trying to get some butts or some fans generated because of the hype around Chip Kelly. Outside of that, there'd be no reason to hire him. He can't get the players there that he needs, that he got at Oregon or even at Ohio State for that matter. Run the offense he's going to want to run.
I can't remember a time where a coach erased their legacy so quickly.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers his time in Oregon anymore. They remember the flame out with the Eagles, the disaster at the Raiders, and now this. It's
he's like Nick Saban without the Alabama comeback, which was a big part of the Nick Saban story. But I mean, this was Saban before the Alabama deal. I mean, good God.
The only thing I could compare, it's not as bad though, but Lane Kiffin, right? I mean, he's been bounced around and leaves and gets hired and leaves right away, but he at least has performed well while he's been coaching.
He gets paid to leave.
Yeah,
he gets paid to leave.
Yeah,
exactly. He's a fan. I mean, he was burned in effigy in Knoxville when he left.
Oh, and leverage. Yeah,
he cuts and runs. I mean, the Chip Kelly thing too. It's he was trashed in the press in Philadelphia when he left as being a jerk, a bad coach to play for. He was mean to his players, that nobody in the locker room liked him. The thing about Saban is that he was he was a motivational guru, a jerk. You kind of have to be those to some degree, but the kind of guy who could get players to play for him. Even in Miami, his time in Miami, those players loved him. He left because he wanted to coach Alabama. He left because he wanted to coach. I just can't think of a coaching situation, a head coaching situation, where someone like Chip Kelly, did he win a national title with Oregon?
No, they went to the title.
They got close, right?
He won with Ohio State, though.
Yeah, he won as the offensive coordinator Ohio State just last year.
Yeah, they like to bounce coordinators out of Ohio State. So,
they're doing it this weekend for the game. Ryan Day's calling his own plays, and they my man Brian, gosh darn it, I can't remember his last name. He's out. The old wide receiver from Ohio State, played for the Browns for a long time. Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, I know, I know a lot of coaches from my time coaching, and I know some guys that were around. I won't drop names or situations, but like I've heard Chip Kelly, real fucking asshole, just an asshole. And it's like, good for you, be an asshole and fizzle out.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Good luck, Northwestern.
Good luck, Northwestern with Chip Kelly. Nah. All right, guys, let's jump in. Louis, let's jump into some no way here. Let's jump into a little bit of no way. And the first thing we're going to get into here, I'm going to ask you guys a question. We love oddball Major League Baseball stuff on the show. Now, I'm going to ask you this. How many Major League Baseball infielders in the 155 history of the league, how many infielders have hit over 500 home runs and won 10 Gold Gloves?
3.
Gonna go with 3.
I would say
Locked in.
5, maybe.
You're gonna say digits? 5. I'll allow somebody a bonus point here for guessing the position.
I mean, shortstop, right?
Yeah, shortstop.
Yeah, shortstops notoriously don't hit a lot of home runs, though.
First base.
Okay, first base, a better guess, but not really going to win the Gold Glove there. You're not going to get it anyway. These are shitty clues because it's impossible to guess. It's impossible to guess here, guys. Mike Schmidt, 500 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the only one and only. I saw that the other day, blew me away.
Yeah. So I was closest with 3.
I don't know about that. Well, I guess you get to say, because usually we go to Louis for the tiebreaker. So I guess you get to.
Sorry, Dunbar.
I mean, no, he also looks like a guy who's like fueled purely by Michelob, or Coors, driven over state lines.
That's right.
He does, man. He does. Yeah. The T-bone steak and eggs and a Michelob before the game, no doubt.
Still driving a Thunderbird.
Yeah. Right. Does this make him the best third baseman of all time?
I would say, yeah.
I can't think of
one person. I mean, the only person that came to for me would be like George Brett or something.
George Brett.
Close. Maybe not even that close. I mean, he had a great career. Obviously, all the highlights he had with his championship, but no, I mean, even over what you say, 500 home runs,
500 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves, man.
You can't at third base too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, hey, tip of the cap, Mike Schmidt.
Did you guys ever hear that George Brett video when he shit his pants?
No.
YouTube George Brett shit his pants, and it's the funniest thing ever. He's just at at a practice talking to somebody. He's like, "Hey, shit my pants last night." He's like, the guy's like, what? He's like, yeah. He goes on to explain how he shit his pants last night, and then goes on to explain the story how he shit his pants in Vegas one time. I mean, it's the best.
I don't.
He just caught on a mic, like he wasn't like, oh, it's great.
Listen, you guys don't have to answer this question or not, but a lot of people talk about shit in their pants. I can tell you right now, I have never once shit in my pants, other than being a baby.
He asked this player. He was like, "How many times?"
You've never taken a risk at a restaurant, Mike. You never looked at something and go, that looks delicious, but risky, and gone for it.
You've never done a gambler?
Are you guys talking about like trying to push a fart out at a restaurant and then it's dirty?
I'm saying like you see something, you're like, oh, you get a bout of food poisoning and you don't quite make it.
Oh, well, yeah, but by the time I'm not, no, I've never had it come on that fast. I never had like I ate and then immediately I'm shitting. I guess I've been lucky.
You never took a gambler somewhere like, oh man, I got shit, and then it's like, oof, I'm gonna hold on to it a little bit till I get to a safe spot,
and then you just don't make it.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all need to do some sphincter exercises or something.
Look, like
be a grown up and hold it, man.
I've been to some ghetto turkey leg joints with Mike Wilson. Yeah. I'm a little surprised by this fact about him that he has never once,
especially as a fireman too, all those years. I mean, you just
come on, like you putting out the fire, like do it astronaut,
right.
Air Force pilot style. You're gonna have to just let it go.
Usually the last time when it's usually your adrenaline's rushing, you're not gonna shit your pants. It's not gonna happen in a fire. Your body goes into shutdown on that stuff. That's science. But,
we gotta ask the listeners about this one. Put in the comments.
That's scientific fact right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's take a poll. How many people have shit their pants? Google that video. George Brett shit pants.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
That's hilarious.
And Dunbar with the shout out. Yeah, Dunbar with the shout out to the old Turkey Grill there that we went to in Detroit. Turkey Grill in Detroit. Now that is a fantastic place. How good was that Cajun fried turkey?
So good.
So good.
Those wings too, those little wings that we went to were so good.
That was Grant's place. He was on the show earlier this year. We're gonna have Grant on in about a week because the 50 Cent Diddy documentary just dropped. So I touched base with Grant. He was sharing stories from Bad Boy last time he was on the show. I don't know if you know or not, Dunbar, but he was at Bad Boy at the early inception. And he's got some stories. So we're going to talk Diddy. We're going to talk the 50 documentary. That's going to be coming up. Tease you guys in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
I will say this, that trip to Detroit, I ate so many Coney dogs. And we were doing the wrestling show, and I can't remember who the guest was, but he looked at me and was like, just go get some X-Lax, man. It'll move it through. It's fine. I was
like, it was Sandow.
Yeah. He was like, isn't that anorexia? He was like, yeah.
It's like, yeah. What, man? He goes, I got some up in my room right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm having a cheat week, man. I'm eating whatever I want to eat this week, man. And
we ordered
like my laxatives.
30 chili dogs to the room at night at like fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm going to eat this.
No, it wasn't even a bit, too. He wasn't batting his eye. He kayfabe. He was like, no, man, let's just eat what you want tonight and have a fucking laxative. And we're like, okay. All right.
Makes sense.
That's great.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Oh, shit, man. All right. Well, shit. There we go. Listen, the Jets are going to do something this year, guys. That is possibly they're going to set a record that honestly cannot be broken. No one can ever break this record. Take a guess what you think it is, Dunbar.
Draft another kicker in the first round. They got 2 picks. They got 2 picks.
Don't get on my. Oh, come on, man! Don't get on my man over there.
Louis Dunbar had that locked and loaded. He
did. Exactly. He was like, draft a kicker. The Jets suck, man. Sorry, Jets fans. Sorry,
That's
man.
right.
Louis, you take a stab at it. What do you think?
Jets. It's gonna be. I don't know. Oh man.
Yeah, it's not going to be 0-16 because that's been before, and they've won some games. Guys, they have not had an interception yet all season.
Whoa, really?
With 2 games to go. That's mind-blowing, right?
Wow.
Well,
with 2 games to go and with 1 game to go now because they just lost to the Patriots and they did not throw an interception, the Patriots. So they have 1 game to go. They have not intercepted a pass all year.
Well, I mean, wild. That's what happens when you trade your best corner, arguably best young prospect to another team in Sauce Gardner. Like, yeah.
I mean,
you go from a defensive coordinator head coach now. You would think they would get something off a deflection or an errant pass, something like that. Nothing. That's wild.
I'm going to tell you this. That was mind-blowing to me, that a deflection, a tip ball, like you didn't get 1. But here's the thing, and I want to get your opinion on this too, Dunbar, about the Jets and where they're headed. I tell you, I'm all on board. I am all the way on board with Glenn right now because what I see him doing with the Jets is exactly what Campbell came in and did with the Lions. Listen, my first year, we're going to lose because I'm weeding suckers out, man. I'm bouncing guys. They don't want to be here. Guys that we're going to have to end up paying. I'm not doing a mid-level rebuild. Like the Sauce Gardner trade to me was exactly that. Like, go get us a bunch of first-round picks. Sauce is great, but we're going to have to pay him, and then we can't get these. Nope, we need to start from scratch. I think the Jets are going to be good next year and the year after.
Well, here's the thing. If they go into next season and they're not winning games, he's on the chopping block for a midseason firing. And that's the thing that becomes really hard because their season has been so bleak. They've look, the fire sale permitted. Like, who knows what considerations are being made by ownership there because ownership seems a little wonky. I think the Jets have the pieces to be one of these teams that goes out and does a deal to bring in a quarterback. I think it would actually make a lot of sense for them to go out and get a veteran quarterback and not reach for a quarter. They're not ready to draft like Dante Moore. They're just not ready for a rookie quarterback.
No.
So it's like, do they trade back and maybe trade a first rounder and next year's second rounder for someone like a Joe Burrow who is saying, I mean, they won't get Joe Burrow, but maybe they go get Malik Willis or maybe they go get, I don't know, somebody else who's out, Baker Mayfield, who maybe available. If they,
and listen,
you know.
could be homeboy right across town right now, Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
because the Giants are looking at sitting on the number 1 pick, and they could take Mendoza. He might fit their system a lot better. He may be the dude that can come in and take them to the next level. And if they could, I guarantee you right now, they're saying they're not looking to trade him at all because he's proven he can play in this league. The other guy hasn't proven anything yet. My ass. It's got nothing to do with proving anybody. You know that, Dunbar. You're a Titans fan. They'll draft a guy who has
quarterbacks nonstop.
It don't matter if they prove nothing. They'll take one every fucking
draft
time.
A quarterback this year.
You know what I mean? So if that front office in any way gets a phone call about trading Jackson Dart for a couple of picks and they can take Mendoza, they're going to do it. I mean, disagree with me or no.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, is Dante Moore enticing enough? Because that's who's Mendoza's going to go 1, right? Like, we're one of their going to go to the Raiders somehow.
He's first
unless somebody gets in, unless the Raiders don't get the first pick and the Giants do, right? Because the Giants beat the Raiders. So unless the Raiders somehow can't get the first pick and the Giants do, someone might trade ahead. Maybe the Jets are the team that trades ahead to go get Mendoza. But like Dante Moore's the next guy, presumably, right?
Yeah,
I just the Jets don't do what Tennessee keeps doing, which is drafting a quarterback when your team is bad. I mean, Cam Ward is very fun to watch. I'm very excited that he's our quarterback. I wouldn't take it back, but the team isn't ready for him, and it's obvious. And I just can't get behind the idea of build the culture, bring in a good vet that's going to win you, get you to 500, build the culture, trade back for pieces. You know, there's no guarantee that your number 4 pick is going to be a slam dunk more than your number 10 or 15 pick. And this draft really only has like 4 or 5 players that are like slam dunk picks.
Looks like it. Looks like it. And I think Mendoza can be one of those. I do. Look, he's not flashy, but he's a pro style quarterback, man. He's a guy that sits in there. He can make all the throws. And here's the thing. He's also a guy that's like dialed in on football, like his off the field life. I'm not judging it or nothing, but like he's a very churchy, you know, small community type of guy. So I think New York's a place that's not going to fuck with a guy like that. He's just going to stay in his circle. He's not going to get sucked into the city partying and shit.
My only worry about him is that he's going to be like he reminds me of Daniel Jones a little bit in the way he moves. Like when he's mobile, is he going to be injury prone? That's the question you have to have about Jackson Dart too. It's like, this is a kid
more so.
Yeah. He doesn't say healthy. We dealt with it with Will Levis. I mean, other than Will Levis had terrible pocket presence, like he doesn't stay healthy. And,
those smaller dudes, man. Like I listen for years. You do the draft with me, Dunbar. You did it this year.
Yeah.
You listen to it every year. I'm a dude that's like, I'm not trying to find the next Drew Brees. God bless him. And I thought he was one of the greatest to ever do it. I'm not trying to find a 6'1" quarterback because he extends the play. You can extend the play in college, especially in some conferences. Good luck in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, no.
It's been proven over again that that's very difficult to do.
Give me Drake May every time.
And I mean, while I think I agree with you in the sense that Aaron Glenn's going to have some, you know, he's trying to tear him down and build him back up. The Jets and the New York market aren't going to give him the time that the Lions did. In the sense of if he doesn't start winning next year, at least something, they're going to get rid of him.
Here's what I would bet on next year, and you disagree with me or don't. The Jets are not going to be in it for a quarterback unless they can land Mendoza, and it doesn't look like they will. They're not going to trade draft picks from the Sauce Gardner to move up. They're not going to do that. Glenn is not going to do that. He's going to do it like Detroit. You watch this year's Jets with all the picks they've acquired, it's going to be O-line, D-line city, all up and down the board, quarterback next year. You know what I mean?
That would be the smart move. And I don't know if like a Daniel Jones will be available next year, depending on what the Colts decide to do because he's injury prone. But like you want to get a veteran quarterback in there and you don't want to do what the Jets did this year, which is just every reclamation project they can grab. And try and make that work.
That's intentional. You know, they're trying to dump games, you know.
Right.
I mean, that's intentional there, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. You know, anyway, I don't know, but I know this, they better get a goddamn interception this week.
No way. There's no way. No way.
All right, let's talk a little DK Metcalf. You guys saw what he did in Detroit last week. Here, you got the shot there. There we go, Louis. There it is. Listen, we all saw it. He grabs this guy. He punches this guy in the face. You know, it's not a wind-up punch, but he punches him in the face. Gets 2 games. He's literally going to cost the Pittsburgh Steelers winning the division and going to the playoffs.
It's beautiful. Mwah. It's beautiful.
It's poetic.
It's incredible.
Right? I mean,
especially with that loss to the Browns.
Oh my God! At the end of the game, they're down there at the 4-yard line. You got DK Metcalf's touchdown.
Right?
They can't get him. They can't get their smaller receivers the ball. They lose that game, and now they don't have them this week against the Ravens. And if the Ravens beat them, they're out. And that's all on DK. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be able to control your emotions in a situation from a guy from a sidelines perspective.
I mean,
in terms of nothing was being thrown at him, nothing was being. I mean, come on, man.
I guess it's just true that when you get to a point where you got so much money just don't matter to you, and that's why we can't understand it. Because I'm telling you, any sideline I was ever on, I don't give a fuck what was being said. My logic would be to turn around and go, "That dude ain't worth $500,000 to me."
No, and what the reports are right now is, I mean, like they say they're not taking it, but he could cost himself $45 million.
$45 million
of the guaranteed money. I mean, they can still pull it. The Steelers can. Right now, they're saying they're not, but like $45 million.
And over like some dumb shit was said. Like the rumor was like he used his government name at him. You know what I mean? It's or something. That was the rumor. Here's what I tell you. I know for a fact. He came out and said this guy was dropping the N-bomb at him. This guy came out with lawyers and stuff. I said I did not use the N-word at him at all. Nice try, DK. I know for a fact you don't survive long in Detroit. This ain't Boston. This game wasn't in Boston. This game was in Detroit. You don't last long from the front row shouting the N-word so loud players can hear it on the field. That guy would have been killed in 2 minutes.
Oh, big time. And all those other people sitting around in videos and all that kind of stuff.
Not a chance. Boston, I'd have believed him. You know, somewhere maybe Cleveland, I'd have believed him.
Philly,
you know? Philly, like Jacksonville, like Jacksonville Panhandle fans, maybe Philly, maybe Detroit.
Philly guaranteed. Philly, it's real. Oh yeah, he said that.
No fucking way. Philly, Philly for sure. But like Detroit, Chicago, New York, fuck right off. Nobody would dare. You'd get your ass killed.
Big time.
Get out of here.
No way. There's no way. No way.
Yeah, Dunbar, my question. Off. Go ahead.
My question is he making with all these wide receivers when they go this route? I'm like, are they doing their Antonio Brown turn? Like, is this the moment where they like start to, or is he gonna right the ship? Like with AJ Brown, you're always kind of, is he gonna go crazy?
AJ Brown. Well, listen, I'll tell you what, I could show you the exact moment when Antonio Brown went nuts, but I don't have the clip of when Dante Burfict knocked him the fuck out. You remember that?
True.
That's when it all started like that. He should have been like Burfict. If he did that nowadays, he'd lose a whole season. They'd ban him for a season.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go find that clip. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
man. And this was in a day and age where they didn't throw flags for that shit. And he fucking wiped him out helmet to helmet and knocked him out cold. Like that's a bad video. That's a bad video, man. Go ahead and go check that one out. All right, let's get into a little knock it off here with my favorite person in the world. Drop a knock it off.
All right, everyone, time to do me a favor and knock it off.
That's a great Jamie Moyer right there. Hilarious, man. Love it. All right, this is when you got to knock it off. This is when people really got to knock it off. And we're going to start knock it off this week, just like we did last week with crimes against football. That's it, guys. It's crimes against football. We all know those two. Nice. Joe Paterno and his buddy, Dirty Jerry Sandusky, the dirtiest crimes against football ever. Tear that at Penn State, you got yourself a good coach now. You got Campbell. I love Campbell. He's a great coach. This guy, Franklin, was a good coach, stand-up guy. It's been long enough that we've had some good stand-up guys with the program that people can start maybe rooting for them again. As soon as you tear down that fucking Joe Patro statue,
let's get rid of it.
Tear that fucking thing down. Fuck that. Crimes against football. But this year, the crimes against football, it's referee shit, man. It's referee shit, and I don't understand it. And it seems to be league wide. Now, Dunbar, we've experienced in Detroit 4 or 5 calls this year that have been, I mean, abysmally ridiculous. They're discussed the next day to abundance and crazy. It's been happening all over the board, though. Titans have had a few themselves, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, we talked about this a little bit. There have been a couple of calls, all scoring calls, and the one that's probably the most egregious, when you kind of asked me like what was the worst Titan call, it got a lot of national attention because it was a Tony Pollard touchdown. Jeffrey Simmons comes in and waves to the ref. It's all on footage. This was against the Chiefs, of course.
Yeah.
Waves to the refs. The refs indicate that he's going into the game as a blocker. The coaches had signaled to them prior to the game that he's a blocker. It's all documented.
Yeah.
They go in. Tony Pollard gets the touchdown, hits the over.
Yeah.
And they pull back the touchdown and say that Jeffrey Simmons was an ineligible blocker in the game.
Yeah. Right. Now, we're not talking about him having to declare as eligible or anything. He just had to let him know he's in the game.
Yeah. He just had to say, my number is, I'm in the game on offense.
Yeah.
And they claim that he didn't do that, but there's footage that shows that he did. Now, the reason why I have a bugaboo about it, and I don't know if you want to show the clip because there's not much to show.
No, I don't have it. No.
Yeah. But the reason why I have a bugaboo about it is because, one, it directly affected the over-under on the game.
Yep.
And the majority bet was on the over. And the other big issue that, and Tony Pollard eventually got his $200,000 bonus because he's been lights out the last half of the season. But the reason why I have an issue with it is because, I'm seeing this across all of sports, but especially in football, where the sort of merging of betting culture and betting money is merging with, it's fine to bet on the games. I don't give a shit if you bet on the games. I don't give a shit if you bet on the games on your phone. I don't give a shit if FanDuel is an is one of your sponsors. You know what I mean? It's where like
they're in bed with them.
They're in bed with them.
Yes. We did a whole bit on this on the show.
Yeah.
3 years ago, the NBA was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Where they made a deal with these betting sites where they get access to the injury reports and locker room reports before the public does.
Yeah.
Like what?
And
what
who's going to, but here's the thing, Mike, who's going to call them out? Because ESPN isn't.
No.
And all of these other companies, how many sponsors are like FanDuel is, or, whatever bet, sports bet or sports book or whatever it is. How many of them are sponsoring the most popular podcasts, sports podcasts across the board?
Yep.
This play could be a benign mistake. It could be a totally boneheaded, blowjob from or fuck up by the refs.
Okay.
Right.
Pull the curtain back. Go, boy, go.
But it could be a total screw job by the refs, and they're screwing it up. But
it always seems to be like what you said, though, Dunbar. Not to cut you off, but it's like it always seems to be for now in a position where it's like didn't affect the game one bit. Game was out of hand. It's the end of the game. If we do just pull this thing back so that the over and under doesn't hit, our sponsor gets some money, doesn't affect the game at all. So right now it seems to be like it's that kind of shit. But I mean, when is it going to stop?
Well, we live in a cowboy economy where, whoever has the biggest gun wins. And right now there are no regulations. There's nobody watching the store. All of these companies are running amok. The integrity of the games are at stake. And what's going to happen is it's not going to get fixed until there's some catastrophic scandal that mires all of sports.
Right.
And there's already kind of one right now.
Oh,
but the validity of the investigators and the investigation aren't as such that it's being covered a lot. But
you know what they're doing. They're doing exactly what they're doing on the other side of the board, which is just mirroring politics. We're like, we'll continue to see the video of the guy from CVS stealing $958 worth of stuff and walking out the door. But then when the story breaks that CVS or was it Walgreens, whichever one it was, when the story breaks that they had stolen 50 million, or it might have been billions, $50 million from their own employees. We don't hear that story.
No.
We just hear about this one. So the same with sports, to finish my point. We
Yeah,
keep
sure.
getting all these little point shaving scandals, like from the NBA, where a guy and his buddies made $25,000 because he didn't hit the over on his rebounds, or they keep giving us those little ones. You're never going to get the real story about FanDuel calls in to get a touchdown taken off the board, like the Jared Goff one. You remember that?
Ooh.
When Jared
Yeah.
Goff, he scored the first touchdown of the game when they threw him a pass on a trick play.
Yeah.
And some guy had a bet on FanDuel, I believe it was FanDuel, and it paid $500 million if Jared Goff scored the first touchdown. Now, he scored that touchdown, and no flag, nothing was said, and we all watched it. 2 minutes went by, and Dan Campbell and everybody's on the sidelines go, why won't you put the ball down so we can kick the extra point? Nobody knew what we were waiting on.
Yeah.
There was no flag. No refs were talking to each other. One guy was on the phone with New York, and they called and said, you got to bring that back. A guy moved. He wasn't set before the snap, so we got to bring that
Bullshit.
Yeah.
back. And again, to my point, like at that point, it's like, doesn't really affect the game's first drive of the game. Just pull it out. They'll score on the next play anyway. Yeah, I'm with you. That's bullshit. Somebody made a phone call.
Had
Yeah.
to have. Because to your point, there was nothing there, nothing said, and all of a sudden 2 minutes later, now we got nothing. Like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, we're all like, what
offensive
the?
pass interference last week. I mean,
But the fact
to your
that we're
point, it's
having-
going to end games too. I mean, the Lions against Steelers. That first offensive pass,
Buddy, right here.
offensive pass
Just play the
interference
clip.
Wasn't it?
Just play the clip.
They got the last one right, but they certainly got the previous one dead ass wrong. Like the defensive guy on the St. Brown touchdown, he's the guy that initiated the contact right here
Don't
on
look at the
Tesla.
circle.
He initiated the contact.
Tesla
This is
coming
an
in.
awful call.
Pushes them
And
into
unfortunately,
it.
it cost
What
the
the fuck
Lions
is that?
a win here and probably a playoff spot. So this is atrocious right here. The first one to St. Brown was a touchdown.
Clear
Big
as day.
time.
Clear as day.
Right.
And you threw the flag on that? And again on the next play?
But what if they have what happens when all of the commentators are these former actors who are now fucking sports stars, on ESPN, who, you know what I mean? Like, don't have that same level of integrity to call that out. And
They
if
don't because they'll get
No.
fired.
and if ESPN
Right.
is in bed with the NFL, because that's a big money. But I'll say this. Major League Baseball, when I was growing up, I don't know if this is entirely true. Major League Baseball rivaled the NFL in terms of popularity in the United States. What killed
Easily.
it?
Mhm.
The strike killed it, and the steroid era.
And
They
the home
killed
run.
it, and
Yeah.
they killed it.
Yeah, they did.
And it is a fraction of market share
Mhm.
of what it used to be.
Oh,
fraction.
the NFL is the big dog. The NFL is the
Yeah.
big dog here, which brings me to my next point.
I will say this though, Mike, before you move on.
Yeah.
If there are any betting sponsors out there, DWMOD is looking for a sponsor. Feel free. We will give you integrity.
Oh, baby.
We're going to call it like it is. When we
Hey,
want a sponsor. So,
Louis is 100% right. Any betting establishments out there, you want to start having some integrity. May I
Right.
suggest you need to bring in your James Franklin or Campbell into your program to fix things, as Penn State needed to do. You need a
That's
betting
right.
show with an integrity. You need outright
Right.
bet.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right,
You
bet.
need outright bet, because our betting show is done with integrity, and we win.
That's right.
And we win. But to my other point, the officiating this year has been, I don't want to say the officiating has been atrocious. It's been more so than ever, Dunbar. Are we seeing these meetings by officials where they're picking up a flag or changing a call or getting a phone call from New York and saying something that they didn't see, they now see, and changing? It's made to look like complete incompetence by these officials, but I have to call bullshit on that, because I've watched officials be bad for years. I've never seen them be incompetent. You don't become incompetent overnight.
Well, I think some of it is also the rules and the way that the league has changed
pushing
certain
them.
rules.
Mhm.
And they've gone, and we've had this conversation too, because they've gone to the point where, like, you can't have certain contact here, but you can have it here. You can't touch the quarterback at all when they get
It
outside.
seems like
of
they
the
make it up
pocket.
as they're going along,
and
too,
it's
sometimes.
all discretionary.
all
So
discretionary.
you don't know, that it's like that Puka Nacua catch last night, which was this amazing catch. I don't know if you guys
At the
saw
end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Part of me is just like, just make it a catch, because that's
He
incredible.
did lose the ball. It was
He
a great
did
play
lose
by
the
the
ball.
defender. Great play by the defender.
He did lose the ball, but part of you, but that's different that was the normal kind of thing that you were like, oh fuck, okay, fine.
Right. That's how it should be.
But now it's like you graze the quarterback's shoulder after he throws the ball, and there's a 15-yard penalty and a first down. It's just, and it all seems discretionary.
It's to like a couple of weeks ago, that Ravens touchdown. When my man caught the ball and ran 5 steps, and then the guy hits it out of his hands, and they're like, "Hey, he didn't complete the catch with the football move." I'm like, he ran from the V to the R with the fucking ball. What do you? I mean, what the fuck, man?
Got to make a football move.
Yeah. I will say this though, I don't mind that the refs are getting together talking, as long as they're getting the calls right. Like if you get other eyes on it, there's 7 refs on the field, you get 3 or 4 of them together. Fine, but the calls, Dunbar's right though. It's discretionary, but get the call right.
Yeah,
talk about it. Fine.
Yeah, that's not. They're not trying to get it right. They're trying to get it right according to what they need it to be. Here's the thing, too. Like you said, Dunbar, though, the NFL is the big boy on the block, right? They're making the most money. They're the best fucking product, and I think right now, this officiating has been so bad in a different way that we've ever seen. It's bad in a different way now that there's something going on, and I can't put my finger on why they're doing it, why the league is pushing it to be this way, either to make us so used to the clumsiness of bad calls that we stop complaining. I don't know what it is. I feel like a detective who's got the pictures all over his wall and all the yarn is connecting everybody and shit, but I just don't know what I'm looking at yet. Something's
Would anybody be surprised if there's some payola kickback thing happening in the NFL and we all find out about it 2 years, 3 years from now?
No, I wouldn't.
Anybody be surprised?
And it'd be gross because they're making 26 billion. They think 30 billion next year,
right?
And you need to make like another billion, so you're gonna cheat the whole fucking game.
I always feel like certain teams are favored over other teams. Like there's some type of it always feels like Andy's not here to defend his team, but it always feels like Kansas City gets the calls. They get outrageous calls.
I listen, no, I get it. You're in the AFC, so you're a little tighter on that. But I'm going to tell you this, though. I am on the other side of that. That's been going on forever. The good teams are going to get the call. Joe Montana's going to get the call. John Elway's going to get the call. That's always been a thing. And I honestly don't think that any of their indiscretions are directed toward helping certain teams over other teams. I think it's all based on money, what we were talking about earlier. They could give a fuck who wins. They want to please these sponsors. They want to, here's another one people don't think of, and you disagree with me or don't hear. Sometimes it's not about who's winning or the over-under or anything. Sometimes it's about pulling that score off the board, because if we go to overtime, we're selling a few more ads. And they get paid by the click now. Ads are done by viewership now. So they agree to these new contracts of whatever how many viewers are, you pay after the fact. If they can extend a game and get some more ads, if they can, I think that's part of it too.
Do they call the defensive coordinator and say, "Hey, stop calling good defense in the last 5 minutes of the game"? Because that seems to be an epidemic too.
I mean, I will say though, I guess I would slightly disagree with Mikey in the sense that I think the NFL does want good teams, and they're maybe call them like your Chiefs to do well, because you're talking about points and money in that regard. But if the Chiefs are doing well there, and you're talking about ad revenues during the commercials, that means people are going to watch their games more, and they can charge more for their commercials, more revenue coming in that way. So they do probably have some Cinderella teams.
But I never understand that though, Louis. I never understand if they're thinking that way, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dunbar, but we've seen as soon as you get 2 different teams in the Super Bowl, the ratings go up. We're sick of watching the same 2 teams.
No.
The ratings.
You're right. You're right. They're there.
I'm like,
but there is a mindset that has been there for forever. That if it goes back to the 90s with the Bulls. It was like, well, if the Bulls aren't in the finals, then who's going to watch? If it's not Michael Jordan, the greatest player in your league, playing in the championship, who's going to watch? And we have to do all this work to create narratives around players that aren't there.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that could be it, man. You know what I think they're also suffering a little bit from? I think they're suffering a little bit from this. Right? Am I wrong? And they're suffering a little bit from this. You know what I mean? And let me explain myself with the new Coke and the iPhone on the screen there. They're the top dog. they're the best. They're the highest paid thing in the world, but they won't stop fucking with it. Every single day they got to be. How do we make it better? How can we make it better? What can we fix? So we can make it look like we're trying to do some shit. You don't need to do it anymore. They made that new Coke. Bad idea. Had to put it back to the old thing. Your iPhone. Every day I wake up, my iPhone's got some new shit where some buttons are moved somewhere else because this is supposed to be streamlining it. Now the buttons are on the left-hand side of the screen so that to help lefties be able to use it better. But if you're a righty, we're leaving your right hand open to streamline you. Fuck right off. It's 8 more clicks. You're just doing it to do it. You don't need to fix it. It's not broken. NFL, please just.
I'll tell you what though.
Stop.
90s Louis loved Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
That was like
yeah. Right.
Zima. The big Zima guy walking around with Zima.
You know, NFL, you don't need to fix it. Leave it alone. You're making it worse. You're making new Coke out of the NFL.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
All right, let's play a really quick game right now based on bad calls, right? Based on really, really bad calls in the NFL. I've got a couple of clips here, some plays that famously were really bad calls, and you guys tell me if you remember the play, which way it might have went. You remember this one?
As Wilson scrambles to keep it alive. The game's final play is a Wilson loft to the end zone, which is fought for by Tate with Jennings simultaneous. Who has it? Who they give it to? Touchdown! Play is under review. You can't go to replay to determine who caught the ball. So that call has to be made on the field. You see
now listen, I am not gonna run that back again, but we all watched that. Jennings caught the ball. Tate has one arm in there touching the ball, and the other hand he keeps releasing and trying to rip and strip at the ball. That's a clear interception. They ruled that a touchdown, went under the hood, and ruled it a touchdown again. Like, that's not a simultaneous catch, man.
No.
That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
Especially you get the replay on it. I mean, you could, again, live, maybe in action. Okay, fine. That's what you get the replay for. And you see the replay, let's go. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to show you last week when the guy from the Rams caught the ball and fell at the 5-yard line and they ruled touchdown and upheld it. I'm not going to bother showing you that one because it's fucking egregious. But we all remember this one.
Quick snap. Breeze. Pass is incomplete. No flag for Tommy Lee Lewis. Nickel Roby Coleman delivered a hit. And the two officials talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline.
Well, if Nickel Roby Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby Coleman.
I mean, that was the NFC Championship game, guys.
Right.
Go to the
helmet to helmet, nonetheless. I mean,
before the ball gets there.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Do they get reviews on plays like that?
No.
Supposedly
they don't.
Supposedly that the NFL like looks at that and these referees get like,
they talk to you after.
You're not getting a playoff game or whatever. I mean,
right?
We don't.
But you could tell he was ready for the flag because he didn't start celebrating.
Oh no, he knew he did it.
Right. Almost 10 seconds later, like he's waiting.
Yeah.
No flag. Oh, now I'm gonna start celebrating.
Yeah. Now there's a million. There's a million of these things now, but these last two, I think, are the most two egregious of my lifetime. Here's number one.
Run that fast. First down from the 42. Blitz. Lost the football. It's on the ground. Covered by the Raiders. His college teammate, Charles Woodson, on the blitz. Tom Brady never sees him coming from the front side. Greg Biekert recovers the fumble. Let's go back and take top of your screen. Charles Woodson untouched. And Biekert picks himself up, falls on the football, and has pretty much sealed an Oakland Raider victory here in New England.
I mean, I remember watching that live and be like, what are we looking at right now that they're calling this an incomplete pass? To your guys' point right there, that was one where they're like, no, we need the Patriots to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got it.
That was the storyline, I guess.
Do you know how I know that was a fumble? 100%. Because during that documentary, Tom Brady said that was a fumble. I fumbled the ball. So I mean, there you go. I mean, fucking. And now this one
here, created.
Everybody loves this one, and nobody really bothers to challenge it anymore because in the long run, neither one of these teams won the Super Bowl. But I mean, this one's egregious too. This is one of the worst ones ever, Dunbar.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them in what has been a magical season to this point? If they do, they need it now. Christie kicks it high and short. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something.
30,
He's
40,
got something.
50.
He's got it.
40,
He's got it.
20, 10.
He's got it.
End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Tennessee has pulled a miracle.
Egregious.
That's some exceptional officiating, I will say. That was a perfect lateral pass.
What a forward lateral. That is so egregiously terrible.
Have you ever seen the angle from the 50-yard line, like the side angle? It is like
I have seen the conspiracy angle.
So little. It is so literally like down the line.
His whole body's behind that fucking line.
Who cares if the Bills? No one wanted to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. And the Titans made that Super Bowl one of the best Super Bowl finishes in history.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a great one. I just wanted to bust your balls on that one, man. I knew as soon as I played that clip, you're like, oh man, come on, man.
All right, everyone, time to do me a favor and knock it off.
Music City Miracle.
It was a miracle. Jesus wanted us to win.
It was. And then he leveled the playing field and let my man get tackled at the 1-yard line. That was a great Super Bowl. That was a good Super Bowl. I got to tell you. All right, guys. Well, now that's going to take us into the Big Six picks. That's the reason you're here, Dunbar. We want to get to some picks this weekend on some major college football games. It's the Big Six Picks, brought to you by the official beer choice of the DWMOD podcast. That's Old English 800. Get yourself some Old English and orange juice, baby, and enjoy the games this weekend, especially you, Dunbar, with the new baby around. Take a little break and have one of these bad boys when you're up at 6 a.m.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey, brass monkey chunky.
Let's do it, baby.
Give
Let's
it to the baby.
Brass monkeys. Oh, man, don't do that just yet. Just rub a little bit on her gums. Don't give her a whole brass monkey. I don't want. All right, Louis, take us through it, baby. It's the Big Six.
All right, Big Six.
Andy St. Clair has thrown his picks in, correct? You have them?
Yes, I have his picks. We're
All right,
start off
it's your show, buddy. Take us through it.
Music City Bowl here. We got Tennessee minus 3.5 versus Illinois. Over under is 61.5. What do we got? Dunbar. Sorry, Dunbar.
Well, I definitely take the under.
Okay.
And I think that Tennessee's going to win the game, but I think it's going to be close, but I think they're going to beat the spread. So I would go Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Tennessee.
I mean, I'm a Vols fan, baby. Look at the hat.
That's right.
See it. It's beautiful.
You got Joey Aguilar. They're going to come. They're going to play a lot of tempo. Illinois has not done well against tempo. They're a bend don't break defense. You have Joey Aguilar in there, even though Chris Brazel isn't playing. You have pretty much the majority of the offense there. Bishop is going to be carrying the football. I think they're gonna move fast. They're gonna overwhelm Illinois' defense, but they're not gonna like blow them out. I think it's like this is a tough game because this is a tough game because it's a consolation prize game. So when is Aguilar going to be taken out of the game? When are they going to start taking out some of their starters? So I wouldn't take the over on a 60 point.
Right. Well,
let's see what Mikey has to say.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all, man. It is definitely they're intact. Tennessee's roster is intact. They're looking good. Illinois, they're just not as good a football team. They've got some guys jumping in the portal. They've got some things going on. They didn't finish the season very well. I'm with you, Dunbar. I think they try to slow this thing down. It's the only way that they can win it. And also, I don't think that they can help with this over at all. I got to be on the under here because I don't think Illinois will be able to score enough points. They're not going to slow this Tennessee offense down. I think this thing could get up into the 50s, but that's with, Tennessee scoring 38 points probably. So I don't think Illinois puts enough points on the board here for an over-under. Give me the under, and I'm also going to take Tennessee laying the 3.5 for sure. Yeah. Now, Andy's in. Okay.
Andy's got his. He's got Illinois.
Of course.
With the under.
Of course, Dunbar. He hates Tennessee.
Yeah, he loves to put a dig in on Tennessee every time. I think it's just because I've been so hard on Kansas City. Let's just get real.
He says that Illinois is going to make some Illinois.
Oh, God.
Right. So
and just like that, we pissed off the whole state.
All right. Next up, we have the college football playoff first game. We have OSU minus 9.5 versus Miami. Over under is 40.5. Mikey Wilson, what do you got?
Listen, guys, it's too many points. I think Ohio State wins the game, but like we talked a little bit earlier, like Ryan Day's calling the plays now. He's blown the OC out the door because he's taking the job somewhere else. To me, classic Ryan Day. They dumped the game to Indiana. He needed to put the blame somewhere. He blames it that the offensive coordinator is not really committed because he's thinking about his new job and whatever. But that's Ryan Day. So live with that, Buckeye fans. That's who he is. He's not a good coach. He's got the highest payroll in the country, and he's good enough to beat the teams he's supposed to beat. And every time he gets into a big game, he loses. Yes, they won the national title last year after Michigan exposed them and beat them, and then they got their heads right. But that's my point. Ryan Day will have a letdown. But I don't think Miami beats him at all. Ohio State wins this game, but 9.5 is too many points. I'm going to take Miami with this one, and I'm going to take the over. I think both these teams get to scoring some points in this game, at least 20, right?
Wow.
I mean,
okay. Yeah. Here we go. I'll go with Andy's next. Andy sent me he's got Miami. He's going to say, welcome to Miami to these Buckeyes, and he's going the over.
And he's taking the over. All right.
Miami over. Benvenuto Buckeyes.
Listen, I feel like this is maybe, and I could be wrong because Oregon, Texas Tech also feels like a little bit of a trap game, but like I think Ohio State is going to win the game. But for whatever reason, I feel like this is going to be one of those weird games where, it's a defensive back and forth. Like, I think that I take the over just because the over under is so low, but I definitely would pick Miami on points. Like, I think that, Miami doesn't win the game, but they definitely cover the spread, and it's just going to be a close, grinded out game. But I do think borderline, like, it could be, 14-21. It could be 14-17. Like, I do think it could be that type of a game. The question is like, will Miami, Carson Beck has played a lot of these types of teams, but Miami hasn't played a defense like Ohio State yet this year.
Well, Texas A&M. I mean,
yes, but I still
first round playoff game. That's a good defensive showing, man.
I know, but look, I just am curious to see how they're going to respond to.
Sure.
And Beck is not like he's not a god killer out there. He's not gonna throw 5 touchdowns in a game.
No.
I think it's going to be a grudge match, and the over the point spread I'm a little concerned about, but I'm going to take. That's a very long way of saying I'm going to take Miami to beat the spread, and I'm going to begrudgingly take the over.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
All right. Up next, we got Oregon minus 2.5 versus Texas Tech. Points over under is 51.5. We'll start with Andy on this one. He sent me a nice 3-page paragraph on what he's picked on this one. But I'm going to summarize it to this. He has Texas Tech and the over. And what he envisions is that the last play of the game is Oregon's going to try to pull some flying V stuff out. Oregon. And then Texas Tech's going to shut him down. Hey, that's what he sent me. He said Oregon's going to try to do some flying V, and then Texas Tech's going to shut them down, and that's how they're going to win. I'm just saying,
some mighty duck shit from Andy.
Okay.
Tech of the over for him.
Okay. That's right.
From,
that's right.
So times, a little. This
right.
There you go. One of those. One of these.
Little spin. Robin
That's
Williams.
Right. That's right. That's right. All right, Dunbar, who you got?
I'm gonna say Oregon, and I'm gonna say they're gonna beat the spread, and it's gonna be the over. I'm not a true believer in Texas Tech. I don't think they belong in the tournament, frankly.
Listen, I am going to be on the complete flip side of that coin. I think Texas Tech is a real dark horse in this thing, man. This is everybody just remembers the Texas Techs of the past where they want to play these 60-point football games and like they just score a bunch and they can't stop anybody. Not the case, man. And Lee Corso's words, not so fast, my friends. This Texas Tech defense has been really, really good this year. They lose their quarterback. The backup kid came in, played. He was doing a great job. This team just keeps on rolling. Keep in mind, this team has one of the biggest payrolls in college football as well. So get your heads right about Texas Tech in the future here as well. I'm not impressed with Oregon this year by any means.
Yeah.
Last week, everybody was jumping on these group of 5 schools don't belong and they can't play big boy football, which, by the way, sidebar, anybody that says that's not big, they can't play with the big boys, they're not big boys, you can fuck off. You've never played any kind of football. Fuck you, be calling these Division I football athletes. You can't play big boy football. You can fuck right off. These kids will bang your girlfriend in a heartbeat, you fucking loser. Let me tell you that. It pisses me off to no end when they want to go, oh, these little shitty little schools shouldn't get to play, but they should pay all your fees and dues to participate in your league. But I'm not going to play in a playoff. I'm not done yet. Now, wait a minute. No, I'm just telling you, shut the fuck up. Because here's what happened to Oregon last week when everybody shit on James Madison for getting beat, 51-34 or whatever.
Oh, right.
They put up 500 yards of offense and 34 points on Oregon. So thank God Oregon's offense finally put up their end of the bargain. Now, Oregon's defense has been playing a little better this year. They got their ass handed to them by James Madison. Give me Texas Tech in this thing, man. Yeah. Give me Texas Tech, and I'll take the over in this thing. Let's get some offense going. Over. I'm done with that.
All right. All right, next up. I'm not going to read you what Andy says about the Indiana-Bama game because you would tell him to fuck the right off. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to read that. Good. I'll read it in a second. But anyway, all right, Mikey, who you got in the Indiana? Indiana -7 versus Bama. Over under is 48.5.
Listen, I got to tell you, Indiana laying 7 points to Alabama here, guys. That's way too many points. Yeah. I understand Indiana. I love Indiana. I hope they win it. I'm a Big Ten guy. I hope they go win the goddamn thing. But listen, we also, everybody's writing Bama off last week when Alabama got up big, and we all saw what happened.
Hey, ladies. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
That's what Alabama let them know. Alabama, come on, baby. Listen, DeBoer is a fantastic coach. You better get on your bike here, Indiana. You can ride fast if you want to pull away by 7 in this thing. I don't think so. That's too many points. Give me Alabama and give me the over here.
Ooh, Dunbar, who you got?
I feel like this bet is a classic, like Vegas, like trap bet. Like they're literally trying to get people to take the sort of miraculous Indiana 7-point, I just think that, or take the Bama side of the bet that they're, I think that I have such a hard time with this because I really hate Alabama.
Well, hey, put your feelings in it, baby.
Bama to beat the spread. I'm not going to say who wins the game, but the over.
You're taking Bama?
Undecided.
Yeah, Bama to beat the spread and the over.
Got it.
All right.
Andy has Indiana and the over. And to quote, Bama shouldn't be in the game, is what he said.
Wow. Okay. Boy,
no. He said.
Oh, well. Okay.
I'm going to say I
don't know. He's not here.
No, I was waiting for you to say he should fuck right off it.
Yeah, which Bama is showing up to this game is my question.
Right. No. My personal thought, I'm in the picks right now, is I don't think Bama. I mean, they showed up last week great. That was a great little clip that you played there. But I mean, they didn't have the best of seasons to be in here, but they won last week. Let's whatever. But Andy has Indiana and over.
I think it's going to be the best game of the weekend, guys, because I think you have the two best game planning coaches going at it. I think DeBoer and Cignetti are the two best in the game right now, game planning. And I'm not taking anything away from Kirby Smart. I got so much fucking Georgia hate off that last video when I said DeBoer was the best coach in the country available for Michigan to go get. Kirby Smart is the best at making adjustments, hands down, but they're playing Ole Miss. So with interim coaches and shit, I'm saying the best coaching matchup I think is going to be this Indiana-Bama game. Sorry, Louis, go ahead.
No worries. Next up, we got, speaking of it, UGA -6 versus Ole Miss. Over under is 56.5. Dunbar, who you got?
I'm gonna take UGA to be. I just don't see how Ole Miss. It'd be one thing if they were just playing a regular season game that they get like this sort of Lane Kiffin bump of him leaving the team, and the sort of karmic bump. But that is so devastating against Georgia, against Kirby Smart. Like I just do not see them, 1, winning this game, 2, beating the spread, 3. I would take the under maybe. I don't know. Again, these are tough. This is a tough pick for me. I don't know about the over under, but I'm going to take the under because I just feel like it's going to be. I don't know. I worry about Ole Miss being able to hold it together against the Georgia team that is the best program in college football, arguably, or the second best.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Andy has UGA and the under, as he says, Ole Miss is going to miss out in this game.
Oh, he's throwing some bad dad jokes out this time around.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sounds just like him, though. It sounds just like him, though. Nailing it, man. Just nailing it. I got to tell you, guys, I'm going to be on UGA as well. Just said it. Kirby Smart. And you're not bringing it to interim coaches and beating them. God bless those kids at Ole Miss. If Indiana can't win it, I'd be pulling for them to win the whole thing. I would love nothing more, honestly, than for Ole Miss to go win the whole thing and Kiffin to never get a national title. I would fucking love it, but probably not going to happen. Look, I'm going to be on Georgia and I'm going to be on the over here as well.
All right.
I'm not going to beat it to death.
Sure. All right. Last up to the NFL. And we have Dunbar's Titans +12 versus the Jags. Over under 47.5. Mikey, who you got?
Listen, I'm going to take the Jags in this thing. I don't think they're even going to play their starters, but I just think like Tennessee's a game that they're going to want to lose, maybe for draft pick status. I don't know, but maybe they won't. They showed up the last couple of weeks and played some good football. So I don't know, but I'm going to be on the Jags and I'm going to take the over.
Jags and the over. All right. Dunbar, who you got?
I'm going to say, the Jags kind of need to win this game because if they lose and the Texans win, I don't know what the tiebreaker is for them. I did not look at the playoff scenario for the Jags. They're only 1 game ahead on the Texans. Right. So I don't know if I need to look at what that tiebreaker is, but I do think the Jags have to play this game in order to get home field advantage in the first round. So, I do think they're going to try and win it. They are also in the mix I guess they're not in the mix for a first round bye, but so I do think the Jags are going to try and win the game. I take the Titans on the spread and the over. I think the Titans have been playing really, really well. They have a lot of young rookies. Of course, I'm a Titans fan. They have a lot of young rookies that are playing great. Cam Ward is very, very fun to watch, and he's thrown – in the last 4 games, I think he's thrown 3 consecutive 2-touchdown games. And so, he's kind of getting his sea legs a little bit, and you can kind of start to see him working some magic there in the pocket and making things happen. Tony Pollard is actually running the ball well. Defense is doing well. So, if depending on the schedule and depending on how teams lose is going to determine what the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to end up doing with in the fourth quarter potentially. So it is kind of one of those wonky games, but I do think Tennessee will take the spread, and I think that Jacksonville will win the game, but Tennessee will take the spread and the over. It'll be like 25-30.
Might not be a bad pick because those of you that listen to the show and also listen to All Right Bet, you know how many times we've been burned this year on a Cam Ward junk bad beat touchdown at the end of the game. There'll be like 2 minutes left and they're covering, you're covering, and then Cam Ward will go down and stick one in the end zone with 30 seconds left and you'll get beat. The spread will get you in the ass. So maybe Dunbar, maybe.
It's almost like, because I've watched all the games, it's almost like he wants those moments where he's down by 1 or 2 scores at the end of the game. And he's just like trial running his 2-minute drill. It's like he like craves that, which is great for him in his future in the league. Like he like wants that. Like, okay, it's 2 fucking minutes. We're doing it. And he operates the offense and does a really good job. So are we going to be playing footsie with that at the end of the game?
That shows you that he does want to be like all the great quarterbacks in the league because they all live and love for those moments when the other team has the second string out there and they go down and score.
Not the second string. Listen,
Let's set you
not
up.
the second string. Go watch his game the other day. He had a play in the game the other day. I think it was like in the third quarter. And they were in that game against the Saints for part of the game. It is the Saints. But he had a play
down the stretch.
Saints have been good down the stretch. He had a play where he's shifting around the pocket. He had several amazing throws. And then he had a play where he's shifting around the pocket and he runs out and looks like he's going to get sacked. He escapes and he kind of jumps forward and does one of those, how Madden has like the Mahomes pass, where he's like diving. He dives, completes the pass. The runner gets a first down. His knee is down by like a micro inch.
It was down. Yeah.
It was down, but it still looked amazing.
Yeah, it was a good, fun play. No, I know the one you're talking about. It was a fun play. He tried. It was athletic. It was close. It was close,
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. It wasn't constant play action over and over again like Jared Goff does.
Hey, my team's not in the playoffs either, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, my team ain't in the playoffs either.
Andy has the Jags and the over.
Jags he loves the Jags.
Sticking it to Dunbar. That one.
Yeah.
Now I will say this, and I'm in a couple of fantasy leagues. I had the Titans defense last week. I just needed them to give me 1 point to win the championship, and they got me 0 points.
Oh, why would
Dunbar? 0 points.
Why would you play them? They're terrible. Their secondary is like all like undrafted free agents.
Dunbar. I listened to you, Dunbar. I was like, this is it.
No, you didn't.
What the fuck? I was like, what the hell? Did you let the dog put the lineup in or something? What the fuck you played?
Talking about that. Okay, we're just talking
you
about
made it to a championship game. This league's got to be terrible. You played the Titans in the defense and you made it to the championship.
That's right. I didn't have them the whole season. I think I had them at one point.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's it. That's our picks.
All right, brother. Hey, well, listen, Dunbar, I know you're up against it. You got a lot of stuff going on, prepping for some big weeks going here, man. Thank you again, man. And God bless you and the new baby and the family. And send Jenna my love, if you would, my friend.
Oh, of course. Always. Thank you. Always happy to be here. Go Vols.
Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done.
We cutting loose.
College football is now B1G versus SEC. Down. If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money. Ready? Oh, Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. Well, buddy, I hope you get to watch some of these games this weekend. Man.
I'm watching the Vols game right now.
What's the score?
7-10 Illinois.
Oh, what?
I think the Vols will pick up the tempo, but I definitely don't think it's going to be like a big. We'll see what the adjustments in the second half are. They usually do a good job, but I don't know, man. If this could be Joey Aguilar's last game with the team, so we'll see.
Probably will be. All right, hold on, Louis. Make sure I want to get a clean cut here so you can put it in earlier. Listen, I like Illinois here, +3.5. I think they're going to make. You get a clean cut on that, buddy. Put that in there.
Cutting loose.